What is up, guys? Nico here, back here in another video here today, and I hope you're all having a wonderful day today. And today is the 4th of July, so happy 4th of July, everybody. And also, 4th of July is also known as Independence Day. And if you guys don't know what 4th of July is, since I know a lot of my viewers aren't from the United States, the 4th of July is a holiday only celebrated in the United States, where it just celebrates our independence, because obviously, like, all the way back then, like 1776, the original 13 American colonies, all the way back then, declared their independence from British rule, and that's when they made pretty sure that's when they made their Declaration of Independence as well. That was made back then, and that marks, the day that we became independent from British rule, which is what I just said. So obviously today is mainly celebrating that, because without that, the United States wouldn't be the way that is today, or at least have the freedoms that it has today, because obviously if we never did that, we'd probably still, be under British rule. Every 4th of July marks the birth of the United States, as its own independent nation, because back then, like, yeah, sure, the United States was made by, the Pilgrims that decided to found the 13 original American colonies, but, now that we gained, independence from the British, we made it into our own nation, our own country, known today as the United States. It's the whole point of this. And, the Declaration of Independence was also, a big part of that as well, because it was also written and signed, well, it was written by one guy. It was written by Thomas Jefferson, but it was signed by many people, many representatives, to pretty much make it known that we're declaring our independence. That's the whole point of this entire, holiday. In modern day, we do certain celebrations now to celebrate this kind of stuff, because obviously, we like to celebrate America and the fact that we, have our own independence, and that we have the freedom to do many things. We have a lot of freedom compared to a lot of other countries. Things that we do nowadays to celebrate the 4th of July is obviously the main thing, fireworks. That's a big thing. We all like to light fireworks and stuff, and people like to do parades, and of course a big thing is barbecues. People like to do barbecues, make food, probably do some people like to do picnics, so that they can eat while watching, the fireworks. It's pretty chill, some cool vibes. And then, one other thing that people like to do is wear the three main colors of our American flag by wearing red, white, or blue. So pretty sick, just to kind of represent our flag and, the country. And it's a federal holiday, by the way, so which means that most, government, offices, or like banks, or like just so many like bigger businesses are closed. But of course, we got probably some fast food places still open, try and profit off of, people trying to get food and celebrating the 4th of July. Many places do that. Mainly, the 4th of July is a day of patriotism, and is a celebration across the United States, which is often, seen as uh, a time for Americans to reflect on, the history of the country, and, to enjoy, I guess, summer celebrations, with their families and their friends, to pretty much just celebrate the country. That's the whole point behind this, is just to celebrate, the United States of America. That's the whole point of Independence Day or 4th of July, which, I mean, it's either, 4th of July, Independence Day, literally the same thing. It does not matter. I know this is a bit of a shorter video, but I just wanted to, talk about the 4th of July real quick. And yeah, that's all, I really want to talk about in this video. Uh, yeah, that's gonna be it. So if you guys made this far into the video, I hope all of you guys enjoyed, and thank you all for listening, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, guys, and happy 4th of July.